Hello and welcome to the newest episode of the newest series we're starting, titled Dwn2Sprts, where we deep dive further into sports topics as we usually do. In this episode, we go in deep on the NBA as the playoffs are starting, as well as giving our own predictions. This episode was recorded on the 11th, so some predictions may have changed, but we hope you enjoy. Probably important to talk about.
Fuck the Pistons.
I don't know anything about NBA, so you guys got to lead this conversation.
Why don't we start out with you going to the Boston Celtics?
Yeah, I can say.
We'll start to talk because they're number one.
I don't feel like we really have to talk about basketball all that much because right now it's pretty cut and dry.
Yeah, but I want to make predictions.
The West is the West is crazy, but also Wemby is unreal.
Wemby's not gonna be.
Yeah, but
we can talk about.
He deserves DPOY.
You think so?
He has more blocks this season than Rudy Gobert had in both of his DPOY seasons combined.
Really?
Over.
I didn't know that.
He has I think it's 260 in one season, whereas Rudy Gobert won it last year, but the last 2 years he didn't win it last year, but the last 2 years Rudy Gobert he has more than double.
But you also have to think about this. Rudy Gobert has that resume, and along with that, he is now the center again on a different team of the number one defense in the league.
Yeah, but it's actually crazy the plus minus when Wemby's on the floor and when he's not on the floor. The Spurs suck because Wemby plays 18 minutes a game.
But they're not gonna. I don't think they'll consider that for Defensive Player of the Year as much
they
because
should.
his offensive game is
Even
a lot of his game. I understand
Gobert,
he's a beast defensively, but the points and everything he scores over his backup is probably really, really.
But even Rudy Gobert came out and said that record shouldn't matter. He should win it because it should be DPOY has always been stats. MVP is a lot of times record, but DPOY has always been stats. He averaged just his rebounds and he averaged 4 blocks a game, which is unfreaking real.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
But when he's on the floor, they allow way less points than they do when he's off the floor. So he makes a change in the defense. But the thing is, he's on a minute restriction.
You can even see that from when there's been a couple clips I've watched this year of people driving fast break. The only person down to Wemby, and they're just nah, we're not going up. They just pass the ball around.
That's important.
Yeah, that is important. I understand where you're saying Wemby's your defensive player of the year. I'm not saying that Rudy's over him, but I'm saying the only other person they could pick is probably Rudy Gobert.
My MVP, either Luka or Shea.
No, Nikola Jokic, bro.
Bro, I love Jokic, but Luka's averaging 33. He's averaging 33, 9.8, and 9.7. That's basically a 30 point
almost at a
triple double.
Yeah.
And the thing is, they're the 4 seed right now. So it's not even.
You also have to take into effect that he just won a championship, and all these voters just saw him not only do that, but not have any championship hangover, come back and lead his team to first in the West. I don't know. I think they have voter the hardest side of the NBA right now.
I don't know. I think, but also think Shea is amazing
I'm
this
right
year.
There with you. Luka Doncic blows my mind.
OKC's amazing this year.
Shea blows my mind. Did you see where LeBron said that Chet Holmgren's actually would unlock their offense?
I mean, when you add a 7'2" forward that can shoot.
Yeah. He unlocks pretty much every offense.
Porzingis did the same thing for the Celtics. I saw firsthand.
That's a good comparison, yeah. Speaking of the Celtics, how was going to that game?
Bro, freaking amazing.
C and JT.
Who did they face?
They played the Hornets because I was in Charlotte.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
But it was unreal. It was a lot of fun because just me and my dad, which doesn't happen a lot. We went to Topgolf, and of course, I was sitting in Topgolf. Got an alert that my schedule has changed without being told. Well, normal things. We work where we work. But it was fun. My dad's amazing at golf, and he kicked my ass.
I was about to ask you what happened.
He, whooped my ass in Topgolf.
He hit you to the back net.
Huh?
He hit you to the back net.
He chipped it to the back net.
You're lying.
Swear to God.
With a fucking wedge?
With a fucking wedge. It says it's only supposed to go 50 yards. He used a wedge and hit. First of all, beautiful art. I don't know if that's what you call it in golf, but he hit the back net, I'd say 5 times with the wedge.
Dude, your dad must be just a freak athlete.
Bro, he's good at everything. But the only thing that stops him is the fact that he's 5'6". Bro, if he hadn't been 5'6", that he would have been playing pro in something.
He's 5'6"?
He's 5'6", he played college basketball.
Damn.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I want to be on really bad because when he was in high school, no one at Famous has ever come from where I'm from, except for the coach at UNC. That's it. But when he was in high school, he was a beast. And the entire time he was in high school, he was throwing lobs to a dude who was like a 5-star for UNC and ended up playing for the Globetrotters.
Really?
Yeah, he was like a 6'7" Latino guy, just throwing lobs to him the entire time.
He's just crazy.
Oh, yeah. But my dad he's like, I'm telling you, if he would have been 5'6", he would have been
LeBron James.
I'm telling, like, so he'd be insane. Like, he can shoot so many. Like, we joke that Peyton Pritchard's his son because they look a lot alike and they, like, play a lot alike because they can both, like, Peyton Pritchard's fast and he just never stops running.
Yeah.
But no, the game was,
Soccer players tournament.
yeah. But the game was crazy because I've seen the Celtics play, but it was in Brooklyn. That weird year where the Celtics were, like, it was the years they had Kemba. So, like, they were still,
kind of
like, they were mid, but, like, they were getting there.
Top of mid, yeah.
But they played,
upper middle class.
and they played the Brooklyn, but Katie and Kyrie were on the sidelines because that was that year they were out the entire year.
Mm-hmm.
But it was cool to see both of them. And then freaking Spencer Dinwiddie.
Nick Claxton?
Oh, yeah, that dude's a beast. Love that dude. And Spencer Dinwiddie dropped 30 that game, and Tatum dropped like 8.
Really?
But this time, Tatum dropped like 28. Sam Hauser dropped like 25.
Big confidence.
The only one who had a really bad game, or not a great game, was Derek White, which is fine.
Yeah,
And Drew was okay. Other than that, Kristaps was good. It was good. It was amazing. I've only ever sat nosebleeds. I've been to 6 games. I mean, I've seen so many. I've watched the Pelicans play. I watched the Clippers back when it was Blake Griffin,
really,
Chris Paul, and DeAndre Jordan.
Shit.
But I was like nosebleeds because like they're expensive.
Still Lob City Clippers.
Yeah, I saw Lob City Clippers, and but yeah, it was cool. A lot of like celebrities came, and I've been to a lot of Charlotte Hornets games. Celebrities don't go to those games, but I was because I went down to the floor because of where I could sit, I could, and I was watching Tatum warm up, and I look up, and right in front of me, like from Ian to me right now, Donnie Wahlberg was sitting right there. Do you guys even know who that is?
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's Mark Wahlberg's brother.
Yeah.
Owner of Wahlberg's.
But like,
I know Wahlberg.
He's honestly probably more famous than Mark Wahlberg, but yeah. But he has his own show called Blue Bloods, which is a cop show. He was in a boy band back in the day. He has his own
Mark
show.
Wahlberg, right?
No.
Is it Mark Wahlberg in a boy band?
No, he was an independent rapper.
Was he an independent rapper?
He was just
the
featured
Jack Harlow
in
before Jack Harlow.
He was just featured in Backstreet Boys. I think it was like New Kids on the Block or something like that.
Donnie Wahlberg was New Kids.
Yeah.
Okay.
Obviously, he has his own show with his family, and then he has his own show with his wife, who was like a Playboy model. So, dude's famous as can be, bro.
Damn.
But they're from Boston.
Yeah.
So, but like, I just never in my life would I expect to see someone that freaking famous right in front of him. Like, he just got to walk into the stadium. I thought MJ was there. Wrong, tall, bald black guy.
Then he turned around and you're like, that's not the guy.
All the way around the stadium. And I looked, and I was like, that's not Michael Jordan. I was pissed, and so I'd run all the way back. But so it was nice being able to be at the floor and not be scared I was going to get kicked out, because when I went for a Bucks game like a year ago and I wanted to see Giannis really bad, so I sprinted through security, was like pushing people out of the way just so I get down. And so I was like face to face with Giannis, which was cool. But then obviously I had to leave.
They told you to leave?
No, I was just terrified.
Oh. Okay.
But it was cool. I was just like so hard the whole time watching Tatum.
Mm-hmm.
He's beautiful. He is like.
Did you see Deuce? Was Deuce?
No,
there?
Deuce wasn't there. I was hoping Deuce was there. Never in my life have I wanted to see a 3-year-old that bad.
I know, dude.
But,
he's pretty cool. I like Deuce.
It's just crazy because I was so taken away, and then I looked over and I'm like, oh, whatever. That's Brandon Miller over there. But then I looked back.
Brandon Miller's amazing.
Bro, the Hornets. It was tied. First of all, they were winning going into the first, and then it was tied going into half. Obviously, the Celtics pulled away, but Brandon Miller's a beast. Like I personally wanted them to draft Scoot, because obviously I go to Hornets games, and I love the Hornets just because that's my home
closest,
town team.
State.
But I wanted them to take Scoot, but Brandon Miller's a beast, bro. LaMelo didn't even pull up, but the other cool thing was, yeah, but he's still supposed to pull up to the games. He wasn't there. But the other cool thing was the Hornets. I've been to a lot of stadiums, and the thing I love about them is they make sure that you can see into their practice facility. Obviously they have like curtains, but there's a little area you can see in. And I go up to the window and I look in, and like face to face, like right at the glass, because he's shooting a quarter three, was Seth Curry.
Really?
Yeah, bro. And Del Curry ended up being there.
I've met Del Curry.
Yeah, at the Pinnacle, right?
Yeah.
Which is awesome. So Del Curry was there, and then the man, the myth, the legend, Brian Scalabrine was there.
Really?
Which gave
the White Mamba?
Yeah, White Mamba was there, bro.
Oh my god.
White Mamba was there, which was because he works for NBC Boston.
Yeah.
But I looked down and because I love Brian Scalabrine.
Yes,
bro. And I looked down, I'm like, that's White Mamba right there. Like, it was insane.
You'd be great for one of his clips of him just beating up on kids.
Oh yeah,
dude. Like you should have pitched him.
Yeah. And then Glenn Rice was there. Hornets legend.
Really?
Yes, Hornets
Holy
freaking
shit.
legend. Other than that, it was a lot of fun. I mean, good game. We got home in a good time. I was able to drive back here. Going to work at like 6 a.m. the next day. But no, it was like getting to see people that like are not every but like
they're like
you,
superheroes.
You idol, you look up and then they're 10 feet away from you and you can hear their voice and you can read their tattoos. It's just freaking, unreal. And because Tatum's on like every commercial nowadays, he's so famous.
Yeah.
But then like obviously Jaylen Brown, he was there for a little bit. He ended up leaving. Drew, I didn't get to see Drew before. I didn't get to see Kristaps before, and Kristaps played, which was cool. Or Porzingis. And I love Peyton Pritchard so much. Lives my dream life.
To be Peyton Pritchard.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, he's a beast. I mean, he's a 6-foot white guy who plays in the NBA.
Yeah, that's true.
And he's an absolute dog.
Got
he gets
burner on him.
He gets offensive rebounds all the time, which is unreal. Just because he runs like Steph Curry. I've never seen anyone move like Steph Curry. He cuts like Steph Curry
for offensive rebound.
Yeah, but obviously they don't play the way the Warriors play,
yeah.
So like the cutting doesn't work as well.
Are you saying that if the Warriors traded for Peyton
I think
Pritchard,
he'd work well. Like
really?
like the way
Him
he cuts.
Him or Clay?
I mean, Clay's like 6'6", but Clay's I don't know. If they I don't know. At the beginning of the season, I wanted them to trade for Draymond, just for the leadership, and then they got Drew, and I was like, okay, I can.
You wanted them to trade for Draymond? I feel like Draymond with Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown would be.
They have a good relationship.
Really?
So I was thinking, I was like, he coming here like, he's still a leader, but now like he's
in the latter part of his career.
But the Warriors there's something interesting.
I'll respect
nowadays.
Draymond though.
But yeah, it was great. But Peyton Pritchard on the Warriors, because he was supposed to get traded this offseason, and then I think they just extended his contract. I love that dude. I don't think he'll ever start. I would love to see him start, but he's just like, he's a workhorse. But he lives my dream life. He gets to play for the Celtics. He gets to live in downtown Boston. He just got engaged to his girlfriend in Cape Cod, which is like beautiful. And he has a beautiful like golden doodle. He lives the dream life, bro. I'm telling you.
Dude, so do you think he'll be a big part of this playoff run?
Yeah, just because when they
need.
Was he there when they? Yeah, he was in the lineup when Eam was there and they went to the finals. He was a big part. I wholeheartedly 100% believe the Boston Celtics are going to win the championship this year. I don't
That's
care.
Your prediction?
Do not
That's
care who they face in the finals. They will win. 100%.
Anyone from the West.
I don't care if it's the Clippers. I don't care if it's the Nuggets. I don't care who it is. I think Joe Mazzulla is smart enough. I've watched some of his podcast clips. I think he is smart enough.
Who do you think is the biggest challenges?
Definitely the Nuggets.
The Nuggets?
Yeah.
Are you worried about anyone else?
I'm not worried about anyone in the East.
Yeah, it's not until he just gets to the final against whoever's in the West.
Well, Julius Randle is out for the rest of the season, so the Knicks aren't as scary as they were.
Yeah.
I think, okay, so a lot of times in sports, we always expect things are going to be repeated. But sometimes when a team is so good and we see this in soccer a lot, when a team is so good and so much better than everyone else, when we're like, oh, this storyline is going to repeat it, they go in and they just batter them. I think, honestly, they could 4-0 the Heat if they play them. The only thing I'm worried about is the Sixers were without Joel for a long time.
Now they got
so
him
they're
back.
the 8 seed, which means they have like a 26% chance of playing the Sixers, which worries me a little bit.
The best thing that's happened for you is that Joel Embiid doesn't have his lungs back. I watched the game with him yesterday. He's on the court. He's moving okay. He's not in shape yet.
Well, and the Sixers don't have James Harden, and James Harden was a huge part in that series going to 7.
He's not going to be available for post.
But
James Harden's with the Clippers now.
But Tyrese Maxey, you have Drew Holiday.
Yeah,
you have Drew Holiday, and you have 5 amazing defenders that can switch at any time.
I'm not saying that the 76ers have any upper hand at all.
As much as I love Kelly Oubre, he's not going to.
Kelly Oubre has been hooping, though.
But in a 7-game
series, let that man get
series,
hit by a car again. He's going to turn into MJ.
but he's not used to playing. Like he played for the Warriors when they were. He played for Phoenix when they were shit. He played for the Warriors when they were shit. He played for the Hornets last year. And they were shit. Like I don't think in a 7-game series he's going to like. I feel like he's going to be like D'Lo when the Lakers got to the conference finals last year.
You think that's Kelly Oubre's story?
I love Kelly Oubre, right?
Yeah,
but
we all love Kelly Oubre.
I saw him play last year, which was cool.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hooper?
He's a Hooper. Because I watched his warm-up like in full last year because I got there early. And, I mean, his warm-up's really fun to watch. Like, he's one of my favorite people I watch. Like, Tatum, I love him, but his warm-up was interesting.
Okay.
But Kelly Oubre's warm-up is very...
What about Giannis?
It reminds me a lot of like JJ Redick's.
Really?
Giannis didn't play when I went. It was a back-to-back, and they'd played the Clippers the night before. So he just sat the next day.
I got you.
But one thing I will say is the Hornets have... Okay, so I went to games when they had Kemba, and I've gone to games since they haven't had Kemba. Ever since Kemba left, there is no culture in Charlotte for the Hornets. The entire game was a Celtics home game. Grant Williams, which I know he's played for Celtics, but every Hornets player that shot a free throw was getting booed. You should not get booed in your home stadium, no matter how bad you are. Like, the city of Charlotte deserves better than that, 100%. The city of Charlotte deserves so much better than that.
They got a bunch of shit going. They got the Panthers sucking. They got the Hornets sucking.
Charlotte FC they just sold their best player.
Yeah, that Charlotte FC ain't showing no promising signs.
At least the Hurricanes were in Raleigh. Never mind. But no, it's like during timeouts, it Let's Go Celtics chants the entire time. When I was waiting at when around the stadium and stuff, you look like you're in Boston the entire time. Like, I'll show you videos after.
Do you think they'd move Charlotte to Seattle? You're seeing this kind of situation with the A's in baseball.
I don't think they will move a team. I think they're just going to add a team because think of how many talented players there are. If you can add, because they're supposed to add one in Seattle and Vegas, and then move Memphis over and move Minnesota over to the East. Because then that is 26 more roster spots.
Mm-hmm.
Think about how stacked the G League is right now. 26 more roster spots would make the NBA. And then that's 4 extra draft picks.
Yeah, every year. Which,
God forbid, would mean Zach Edey gets drafted. Which he's supposed to go to the Celtics, which...
Really?
Good God.
You're not a Zach Edey?
I hate Zach Edey. It was pissing me off because I was watching... in the Final Four, they were like, he hasn't sat the entire time because he just fucking stands there, bro.
Turn jump hook, baby.
Bro,
Turn jump hook, huh?
It's like...
He did DJ Burns dirty. I just want to add that in there, too.
But I just thought it was interesting that...
not a Zach Edey fan in any way, either.
But I thought it was interesting. NC State's defense on him was very interesting because they realized he has no fucking handles.
Yeah.
So they just swat it.
They put small guys at him, and they're just sitting there trying to pick him the whole time. He couldn't even get down to the post safely.
Oh, you know what's crazy? Because the thing about Zach Edey and free throws. The Celtics game versus the Bucks the other night, the first game in NBA history, the Celtics didn't shoot a single free throw. First game in NBA history, a team hasn't shot one single free throw. They were two free throws that entire game. The game lasted an hour and 57 minutes.
Damn. That's crazy.
And halftime is 15 minutes. Think about that.
Yeah.
It's an hour-long game already. Is it? Or is it? It's 48 minutes, right?
Yeah, 48
Halftime
minutes.
is 15
12,
minutes.
48.
That's crazy. And you have time in between quarters. So
yeah.
Nothing
and
happened.
timeouts.
Yeah. But the thing is, there's 3 games left in the season. Who cares? Just get
true.
I remember watching 1 year when the Blazers actually used to make the playoffs. I didn't really understand basketball a ton, but it was like one of Dame's first years.
I was about to say
they went to the play. I'm pretty sure they went to the playoffs that
with
year.
CJ. Was
I don't
that
think
like
I don't think
an early
CJ
run?
was there yet. But I was watching the Blazers.
Was it LaMarcus? Was it LaMarcus and him?
It may be. I don't remember. But it was the 82nd game of the season, so the last game of the season, and I was watching the Blazers play like the Kings or something. And it was the most boring thing on the planet. I was like, what the hell is happening? And then I realized, now that I'm older, it's like, oh, because no one gives a shit right before the playoffs. Like, IT signed, like Isaiah Thomas signed for the rest of the season, but like the Suns are like, are they the 7th? I don't know where they're at.
They're low seeded. They're either
I think
7th or 8th seeded.
I think they may be 9th. Or I know the Warriors are 10th.
The Suns are in 7th.
They are the 7th.
Suns are 7th, and then what? Warriors are 10, right?
Warriors are 10.
Lakers 9,
Lakers 9. Yep.
and then so who's 8?
8 is Miami Heat. Oh no, 8 is the LA Kings or whatever they're called.
The
The
Kings are in 8th.
Sacramento Kings.
That's
Sacramento Kings. I'm thinking of
Well,
the hockey team.
De'Aaron Fox missed a little bit the first part of the season.
The Kings could be scary. I just don't think they're ready for that jump. The team that I'm like thinking is going to make a run is either the Thunder or the Timberwolves. The problem with the Timberwolves, they're 26th, and they're the Cat's out, and they're 26th in clutch offense since Cat's been out.
Yeah.
So that means like when it comes down to crunch time, if Anthony Edwards isn't hooping, they're not scoring.
They have Luka. They finally brought up Luka Garza, but he hasn't had enough NBA minutes to really be able. Like, he's a baller and he puts in a ton of work, but he hasn't had enough NBA minutes to go into a playoff series.
So MLB teams do this a lot. They'll call up a rookie right before the playoff starts, especially if they have somebody hurt. Let them play like 3 games and then just bring them into the playoffs. And it's all part of the shock. They're like, well, they're shocked they're MLB players anyway. Like, they're not even grasping the whole part of this being the playoffs, and they play the same as they would like when you first brought them up. Do you think it's the same way in basketball? I feel like you can't really hide someone on a basketball court. Like, you have to dribble. You have to dribble out every second.
Because playoff basketball is
intense.
So much. That's the thing is
these teams
people
study
like
each
disregard the NBA all the time, but when it comes time for playoffs, everyone tunes in.
Oh yeah.
Tunes in. Like, because I don't know, even in soccer nowadays, right? We're seeing young players come in, Rico Lewis, right? Young Kobe Manu. Like, they're coming in and they're doing just fine. But in basketball, but the thing is, they're playing in Champions League semifinals.
Scoot's a perfect example of this. Like, Scoots had a really bad rookie season for where like everyone else in that class is going. Brandon Miller, Vic.
He's gotten better.
He's gotten better. And do you think like if he bounces back the second season, goes up to 15 points per game, 7 assists.
Blazers are still not making the playoffs.
Well, they're not making the playoffs, but do you still think he's a bust at that point? Like, considering that you had the chance to draft Brandon Miller, he's in Charlotte hooping. He's averaging like 26 over the last 10 games. Like,
I don't know, because I feel like it's like Bryce Young. Like, can you classify him as a bust just yet?
No,
Even if next year's terrible,
Justin
like, the
Fields
Panthers are just so fucking bad.
Justin Fields got passed
off.
off.
The Bears
like
did him
that.
so dirty.
That's so horrible, dude.
But Justin Fields had a better season than Bryce Young, but people are writing off Justin Fields more than Bryce Young.
And I think it's because the media talks about how bad the Panthers are.
Yeah, but everyone knows the Panthers are shit, so there's like, oh, well, Bryce just can't. He's doing what he can.
And everybody says the Bears are shit too, but like
the Bears they're not as bad as the Panthers.
No, they're not.
But I feel like Justin Fields, like, if I was Justin Fields,
took our best wide receiver.
If I was Justin Fields, I'd be happy. Bro, because he's going to sit behind.
Russ is going to play maybe 1-2 more years,
and he's going to get to learn from a Super Bowl winning player.
Yeah.
And
hopefully
then he's going to come into but he's going to come into a good offense, a great defense, even though there's like no defense allowed in the NFL anymore. And then like they've got a good coach, and like I don't know. I've heard Pittsburgh's a nice city.
Home of Hershey chocolate, baby.
Yeah, I mean I like the state of Pennsylvania. I'd rather live in the state of Pennsylvania than Illinois.
But besides the East, I mean, do you still have trauma from last year with the Heat?
No.
Is there any way that you're scared of the Heat?
Not in the slightest.
Please, in the name of Derek, please let this be a clip that we can bring up later.
No, because I feel like Jimmy Butler had his time.
You think he's too old now?
I don't think he's too old, but I feel like at some point you're like popularity and prime runs out.
Mm-hmm.
I just think about how much he's had to beat his body. Do you think he's got another finals playoff run where he has to work his ass off?
I mean,
he's going to have to go through the 76ers and then the Bucks immediately after.
I'm never going to discount. I think they're going to have to play a play-in game.
What do y'all think about the Pacers, dude? The Pacers and the Magic.
I think first of all, credits to the Magic. They were terrible 2 years ago.
The Magic are doing unexpectedly well.
Said Paulo Banchero was going to be a bust. And I said,
I think your dad's wrong on that one.
No, Paulo Banchero is a beast, bro.
I think he adds on 20 more pounds, gets a tiny bit more athletic. He's LeBron James, dude.
Bro,
no
shit. He's unreal. He's got the perfect build. But the Magic, terrible 2 years ago. Now look at them. And then the Pacers, bro. Tyrese Halliburton. I mean, come on.
Tyrese Halliburton, but they took away his best tool, which was Buddy Hield. A lot of his assists came from Buddy Hield.
I hate that they lost Buddy.
And Buddy Hield's doing jack shit on the 76ers.
I forgot he was at the Sixers. Honestly.
Yeah, dude, exactly.
But
he's done nothing.
Siakam, think about it. This is a young Pacers team, and you bring in Siakam, who won a championship with the Raptors. I know he Kawhi, whatever, but that's still experience.
Have you heard Tyrese talk about how hard it's been here lately?
I mean, he just
adjusting.
He just had his 30-point game, and it's been a long time.
He was talking about, I saw him on another podcast. I think it was Playoff P. And he was talking about, great podcast. Shout out. But he was talking about becoming the focal point of the defense and how people are guarding him now, and along with trying to transition away from not having Buddy Hield into Pascal Siakam, which he even said, he's like, it's not Pascal Siakam's any worse or anything. He's like, he brings so much more, but it's different things I have to get adjusted to.
Because Aaron Nesmith, he has a game every once in a while, but you can't trust him.
It's
just blows my mind he was a lottery pick.
Yeah. So you think the Knicks got the Pacers wrapped up? There's no shot.
No, I think the Pacers win.
You think the Pacers win over Knicks?
Yeah, because the Pacers have been I know when Siakam, it was interesting, but they've been winning lately. They beat the Heat a couple nights ago. I think the Pacers will. Okay, can you turn it so I can see it, please? Thank you. Okay, I'm going to make my predictions right now. Okay, and this is Kaleb approved. I'm going to start on the East, right?
In the play-in?
Yeah, I think the Hawks, because the 9 and 10, they have to play an extra game.
Yeah.
I think the Hawks beat the Bulls.
Yep, I got that.
I think that's a tough one.
I was about to say, if you're confident with the Heat even going through the 76ers.
I think the Heat beat the Sixers. I think the Heat beat the Sixers, play the Celtics first round. And then I think the Sixers.
No. So the Heat of winners of the Sixers, Miami plays the Bucks. The Heat of Atlanta, Chicago plays the Celtics.
Okay, so and then I think the Sixers beat the Hawks, which is interesting because the weird thing was only 3 years ago was that a conference finals, and now it's a play-in game.
Explain what two teams you're talking about.
Oh wait, that wasn't a conference final. No, the Hawks. The
Hawks will play the Celtics.
No, Hawks. So there's this game. So the winner of this, which will be the Hawks, will face the loser of this, which will be the Sixers.
If you're 9 and 10, you have to play an extra game.
Yeah,
but if you're 7 and 8, if you win, you go automatically. But you're not.
So you're saying Sixers
out.
over Heat, Sixers over Hawks.
Okay, I think Hawks beat the Bulls. Bulls are gone, but the Hawks still play one more game.
Yep.
But go down to the 76ers. Okay, 76ers Heat. I think the Heat beat the Sixers, go on, and they play the Bucks. But then it'll be the 76ers versus the Hawks. The only thing is
Trae Young popping the off.
A couple years ago, the Heat beat the Sixers in the playoffs to go to the conference finals, and then took the Bucks to 6 games. The thing is, they don't have John Collins anymore.
Yeah.
And
still have Clint Capella and
I don't
DeJounte Murray and Trae Young though.
You know what? I think this is a weird transition year for the Sixers. I'm going to say screw it. I say the Hawks beat the Sixers, and then they play the Celtics. I think the Celtics beat the Hawks. I think the Magic beat the Cavs. So you're saying
the Hawks are coming all the way from 10 seed, beating the Bulls, beating
That's
either Miami or the 76ers, and then going straight into the Celtics and just losing.
Yeah, because it's the Celtics.
I mean, yeah, I could see that.
Think about the Heat last year.
They're the lowest rated team though, Caleb. You should put money on this if you believe it.
I believe it. But the Heat, last year the Heat they were the 9th seed, I think, and they had to play 2 games.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, no. Sorry. They were the 8 seed last year.
They were
Lost
the
their
8 seed.
first game, and then had to play their second game.
Yeah, and won that one. And
so-
then went on a fucking
And they played
tear.
the Bucks, and then
who'd they play?
They played the Bucks first.
And then who'd they play?
Shut up. Okay. So I think I think the Celtics beat the Hawks. I think the Magic beat the Cavs.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. I got Magic over Cavs.
I think the Pacers beat the Knicks.
God, you
And
loved
I think
underdogs.
I don't know, the Bucks are having a weird year ever since they got rid of Adrian Griffin.
I feel like it's
But
just be like
I still feel like Giannis is Giannis. And I
Yeah.
feel like if he's healthy, I feel like the Bucks win.
I think once you get into playoff time, Giannis and Dame is like enough to get you by a team like the Hawks.
And then I think so it would be I think the Celtics beat the Magic after that to go to the conference finals. And then I think the Bucks beat the Pacers. And then the Celtics beat the Bucks, go to the finals. Okay, and then on the West, I think the Lakers beat the Warriors. And then I think the Suns beat the Kings. So then they would go to they would play number 2. And then I think the Lakers beat the Kings and then go to 1. And then I think the Nuggets absolutely fucking destroy the Lakers.
Okay.
And then I think the Clippers beat the Mavs. I think OKC beats the Pelicans. I love Zion. I'm sorry. And then I think the Timberwolves beat this. I don't know. I think this.
This is where the Pelicans are dangerous too, man.
Think about it. Okay, think about when Brooklyn wasn't wonderful, but KD, it was just KD, took them to the conference finals.
Yeah. But now you're talking about post Achilles tear.
That was post Achilles. He's averaging more post Achilles. Yeah, he's averaging more post Achilles.
He tore his shit at the end of his Brooklyn stuff.
No, he didn't. He tore it when he was still the Warriors again in the Raptors series.
Oh yeah, he did. You're right. Holy shit.
He's averaging more post Achilles than he did pre.
I did see that. That is crazy.
Okay, bold prediction here. I don't know, but Anthony Edwards, I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, but
Anthony
the thing
Edwards
is with KD though, like
Number
at that
one
he's
defense.
playing with Stephen Curry or whatever the fuck how you pronounce his name.
What?
Stephen Curry is that his name or Stephen Curry?
They're not playing on the same team.
When he was at the Warriors.
Oh yeah. You're right.
Because all the points were going to
No,
Curry
but-
rather
but-
than KD.
In Brooklyn, it was just him because Kyrie was still hurt.
He's also dealing with all that COVID shit.
Yeah. I'm gonna make her. I don't know because I hate super teams. Okay, screw it. I think the Timberwolves beat the Suns. I don't know. I don't. Okay.
I just don't think the Suns have it figured out yet. I think you're right.
I don't either, but I think when it comes down to the playoffs, I think
You have
Devin
KD,
Booker-
Bradley Beal, Devin Booker.
I think Devin Booker knows how to win. I think KD knows how to win. And
Don't you tell
they
me
got-
Bradley Beal knows how to win being from the Wizards.
hey, they were in the playoffs back in the day with him and Jamal. Okay. Because of
Jamal.
Cat
You
not
mean
being in the game.
Oh, John Wall.
And they have a young center. I don't know. Nas Reed.
Nas Reed's nice, dude. And they have Rudy Gobert, dude. You keep forgetting Rudy Gobert is on the Timberwolves.
Okay.
They have a center.
Final one. I think the Timberwolves beat the Suns. But okay. And then after that, I think the Nuggets beat the Clippers.
That's gonna be a tough series.
No.
No.
Change it. I think the Clippers beat the Nuggets.
You think the Clippers beat the Nuggets?
I think the Clippers beat the Nuggets. I think OKC beats the Timberwolves. I think the Clippers beat OKC, and I think it's Clippers Celtics in the finals. Celtics win in 6.
That's your prediction.
Yep.
Okay.
See,
And I
What
think,
about the Mavericks, dude?
I was
You
about
just
to say
kind of
that. I was about
skipped
to
over
say, I
Luka
was-
Doncic and the Mavericks
I was
with
about
Kyrie
to
Irving.
say because like I don't know too much basketball, but I was leaning
That's a
towards
tough
Mavericks over the
matchup.
Clippers.
they didn't even make the playoffs last year.
I know,
And
but,
I know they have
Yeah,
PJ
but-
Washington out, but like
And Kyrie was.
but you
so,
gotta look at the like Mavericks are coming in with a better form than the Clippers.
Derek
okay.
Lively has been showing out.
I love Derek. Like I'm a Duke fan.
That's what I'm saying. Derek
But,
Lively
okay.
showing out. Luka Doncic is in shape, not hurt, and playing his best basketball.
Yeah, but the
He's your
Clippers are-
MVP, Caleb.
but
You
the-
want him to get first rounded
I still
MVP?
don't think they're gonna win the playoff. I think the Clippers
They historically beat the shit out of the Clippers.
If the
too, let me
Clippers-
say
if
that.
the-
in the
thing
playoffs in the bubble, the Mavs did beat the Clippers, but
They beat 'em the
everyone
next
is
year,
on the
too.
Clippers is healthy right now. The Clippers win.
They beat him the next year without Kawhi Leonard too.
Yep. I still think that the Clippers are 100%. I think they're fully healthy, and I think they win.
I would say the Clippers to go through if I trusted James Harden more in the postseason.
Yeah.
The thing is, I don't trust him at all in the postseason.
In the postseason. That's a great point.
Yeah. The thing about this, though, is this is making my mouth water as much as March Madness does.
I know, dude. I love the NBA.
This is like, this is probably, it's going to be a good playoffs.
Only team I'm not interested in this whole entire run would be your Hawks, the Bulls, the Cavs, weirdly, and that's it, dude. Like, any other one of these teams, I would love to see, like, get a championship.
It's
There's
just
so
crazy
many
that all
storylines.
these, like, the matchups are so strong on the West that all these amazing teams are probably going to lose first round.
Like, you're telling me the 9 and 10 of the Lakers and Warriors aren't better than the 9 and 10 of the Bulls and the Hawks.
Oh,
that's the reason why
1000%.
I'm like, dude, well, how are you picking the Hawks? Like,
I don't know. I'm
you
feeling
just have a feeling?
Let's go back to this in a month from now when we're
if
deep
the
into
Bulls
playoffs.
beat them, Caleb, I'm gonna lose my shit, dude.
I'm just wrong
lose my
right up.
shit.
It's like when you're back at base.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
It's all thanks to
We should make brackets.
Ball.
I guess this is our bracket. It's all thanks to what?
Ball. What's his name? Lonzo?
Yeah, because the Bulls have no one right now. Zach LaVine's going to be gone next
Kobe
year.
White might win Most Improved Player. So, do you have any interjections, Gabe?
I don't know.
I know that you don't know much, but like, is there anything that he said?
I'll make the predictions from what I do know. I'll make some
Okay.
predictions.
We'll go through each one.
All right then. So for the East, I guess I'll go with the Hawks. I don't know too much about the Hawks or the Bulls.
Good pick.
Trae
So
Young,
I'll
baby.
go
Good
with the
pick on
Hawks. I'll go with the 76ers over the Heat. Let's see. And then I'll say, honestly, I kind of want this. I want the 76ers to go through the Bucks.
Hold on, really
You
quick.
want them to?
Yeah.
There's still a few more games, so all like the seeds
This could
Could
still
change.
Although
Yeah,
the Hawks,
this is all with like 3 games left in the NBA season.
I think the
Yeah.
play-in for the East is 100% confirmed.
I-
I think the Sixers could still make a playoff spot.
Change.
But then I think the West is still a little tight.
The West is tight.
I think
there's
I
only
think-
3 games left.
I think
don't
Lakers
it
and
changes
Golden
much.
State are locked in on 9 and 10. in my
I believe
opinion.
so. Then I'm pretty sure that the only thing that the Kings can change would be to switch spots with the Suns. I don't think it does much.
I don't think it's anything crazy.
Yeah.
But
but-
continue.
Yeah. I think Celtics will beat whoever the winner is between the
Good pick.
Heat and the Hawks. So I don't really care who wins that. I want to support the Lakers, and I do think they'll beat the Golden State.
Okay.
So they'll go through and face the
Last time they played in the play-in, the Lakers won. I think
The
it was
Lakers
last year.
did win. That was I saw 3
Was it
rims.
last
I
year?
shot for the
Season.
middle one.
Well,
Yeah,
because at the same time
yeah.
though, because like AD's playing the best he's ever played right now.
Yeah, he's in shape. He's not been hurt in a while. He's staying off the floor.
Exactly. So
Well,
I
they
think,
got a tank for Bronny though.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. 2nd round pick. To the Lakers, because that's all they got this year.
I don't know between much of Phoenix and Kings, so I'll just go with the same prediction, whatever y'all go
Phoenix.
through. Yeah, and I think the Mavericks will go through against the Clippers.
Okay. That's a good change.
And I think I'm really liking Zion this year, so I want to go with the Pelicans over
So
the
I think
Thunder.
Zion's hurt.
Oh, is he? Or-
No, he's fine.
Is he fine?
Yeah.
I thought I heard
Alright.
that he was out for a couple games.
No, he's fine.
All
He had
right.
left knee swelling.
I think. I mean, for the playoffs, he'd be fine.
Okay.
Well, if he's fit and good, I'll go with the Pelicans over the Thunder. If not, then the Thunder will go
Pelicans
Pelicans
through.
over the Thunder though.
I don't know.
So
I
think-
think
I
it
think
could go
it's
through to
possible.
like Game
I'm-
7. It'll go
I'm
through
gonna
up to
leave
Game
you.
7.
I'm gonna leave you because I'm gonna leave you where you are because I respect the Pelicans a lot.
Mm-hmm.
It's
'Cause they
just
were
I could
good.
also see them getting
they
4-0'd.
were like the first team I started watching when I was trying to get into the NBA when AD was still there.
Yeah, that was a good time. That was a
Yeah.
good time.
So I have a little bit of connection with them, but then
I like it.
I'll go with the Timberwolves over whoever wins and against the Suns or Phoenix,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll go with I'm gonna go with the Nuggets over the Lakers, and
So it'd be Nuggets and Timberwolves.
I guess so, yeah. But I think the Nuggets will beat the Timberwolves if they go against each other.
So wait a second. Who do you think between Timberwolves and Pelicans? Timberwolves.
I think the Timberwolves, yeah.
Okay.
I just think they're more stacked than the Pelicans.
And then you got Nuggets over
Nuggets over the
Timberwolves.
Wolves, yeah.
Okay. All right. So let's
And-
decode this right side.
Okay.
We'll get the championship.
All right, but I did predict the same plans and stuff, but I think I don't know, because the Knicks are missing a pretty important player right now.
Yep.
So,
20 All-Star, 22 points a game,
yeah.
lots of rebounds.
So I think unless Brunson goes off,
They
I feel
do
like,
have Josh Hart,
yeah, that's
They
true.
got the
Hart
Nova
man.
boys.
the Nova boys.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, I'll go with the Knicks over the Pacers.
Don't they also have OG Anunoby?
Yeah, they do, but I think
Yeah.
he's hurt though. Is he?
Is he hurt?
I think he got hurt.
I don't know. Did you see that DiVincenzo clip though? It was funny as hell. This fan was, because Courtside fans are annoying, and he was like, "Tuck your shirt in, tuck your shit in," and he just looked at him and went, "Shut the fuck up."
But yeah, I'll go with the. I don't know. I said the Sixers to beat the Heat. Honestly, I might go with the Sixers over the Bucks.
Okay.
Damn, really?
Yeah. I just want to be different.
Kyle Lowry.
I don't know who that is.
Kyle
I'm sure.
motherfucking Lowry. He's got a wagon.
He's
son.
got a big old booty, bro.
No. I know Caleb can be sus sometimes. No, this man has a wagon.
I'm telling you, bro. Like, you could put a plate on that thing.
You really could.
Yeah.
Bro. Like,
You could eat a full
You
dinner.
gonna recreate the Kim Kardashian picture?
No
Kim K
shit, he
aspired
could
to be
do
him.
it. He could do it.
Ian, is that a Zen?
Zenny.
You never do Zens.
Yeah,
What if
he's
someday
been
we
doing-
get sponsored by Zen?
Dude, I would.
We'll have to cut that out, or else we'll
Yeah,
probably get in trouble.
100%.
Oh, really? My bad.
we
dog.
can't get in trouble for doing that.
My bad, dog.
No, but I think it'll
This
be
is an
fun.
on in my mouth.
No, it's just
Just
we'll make it a
kidding.
joke
It's
enough
Zen.
to where they have to sponsor you someday.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah,
Yeah.
it is.
I don't think they'll care.
Kool-Aid
Right now.
McKinstry.
They won't care. Even if I put it in, they won't care.
Okay.
I feel like you're gonna name your kids Zen.
No shot.
No, Zane.
Zane. There you
No
go.
shot. Name him Zane.
Why not Zane?
That's too white privilegey. To me, like Zane. You know what I mean? Like it just sounds like a
Just
douchebag.
call him Glizzy.
No shot in hell, dude.
And then middle name is Guzzler.
I like Greek. I like Greek names.
Greek names?
Yeah.
What, like
like Giannis,
Prometheus?
Socrates.
I really want to name one of my kids.
Ooh, Socrates
Percy.
would be a good middle
Socrates
name.
would be for
Like or something.
Socrates would be sick. Yeah.
Call him Saki.
Call him Sock. Yeah.
Tease.
Tease. Oh,
Hey, Sock.
He could be
use
like, I
those
want to
socks.
Socrates you.
I just call him Tease. Yeah, I call him Tease. Oh, okay. Let's get back to this.
I forgot where I was at.
All right. So you already predicted
76ers to beat the Bucks,
Yes.
and then I think the Celtics would beat the Sixers if they go against each other.
So
And I think the Sixers. Well, no, yeah, I think the Sixers will go.
Knicks or Pacers.
I said the. Oh yeah, I think I said the Knicks,
Okay, and
then I think the Sixers to beat the Bucks, and then I think I think the
Sixers.
Knicks to beat the Sixers
you think
if they were to go against each other.
you think Sixers beat
The Bucks.
the Knicks afterwards?
No, I said that. I think if the Sixers and the Knicks go against each other, I think the
Yeah.
Knicks will beat the Sixers.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think in my predictions, then
I'm liking this. I'm loving the disparity.
yeah, and then the Magic, I'll go with the Magic over the Cavs. Then
Yeah, good pick.
and then I'll go with the Celtics to beat the Magic, and then I'll go with the Celtics to beat the Knicks. So just the
So-
typical Nuggets and Celtics final.
Who you got?
What we should have had last year.
I don't know. I have no idea. I want to see how the Celtics play against if I said the Hawks for the 8th seed. I want to see how they play against
How they
them.
handle it?
Yeah, how they handle it. If they handle it like they should, then I'll go with the Celtics over the Nuggets.
What is them handling it like they should to you?
Just
4-0?
something like that. Yeah.
You're
Yeah,
gonna have
okay,
a
4-0, 4-1.
7-3 power forward blocking a 6'2 guard the entire time. That's exactly how it's gonna go.
So,
I mean, he shoots
He's gonna
from
shoot
half, though, too.
22%.
Yeah, that's your
but
problem.
like, so if they beat the Hawks as they should, I will be more confident with the Celtics going against the Nuggets.
Okay.
So it depends on that. But if the Celtics kind of drag out against the Hawks, then I'll have more confidence than the Nuggets to beat the Celtics.
So we have
So I'm a little fluid, but but as an initial pick, I'll go with the Celtics.
okay, so we got 2 Celtics. All right. So mine, I'll make it quick.
Oh, also, when the playoffs do start, we're gonna have some good episodes because when the Celtics are winning, I'm gonna be wearing. I
Go
got so much
crazy.
stuff.
Okay. So for Lakers Warriors, I'm saying Lakers, and then Suns Sacramento. There's something in me that really wants to pick Sacramento. I don't know why.
Beautiful city.
Beautiful city. Let's go Suns
Light
though.
the beam.
So then Suns Lakers, I got Lakers. Actually, Suns Lakers, I got Suns. So then Suns versus
Wolves.
versus Wolves. I'm going to go with that defense. I think that Devin Booker's going to get frustrated. Kevin Durant's going to hit his shots, and Bradley Beal's going to have back pain. So then we go Nuggets, Lakers. Just like Caleb said, the Nuggets are going to steamroll the Lakers.
They haven't lost to the Lakers, I think, in 9 games.
Yeah.
That includes playoffs.
Yeah. And then we go Clippers, Mavericks. Now, this is where I'm really, really split because Kyrie Irving's probably one of my favorite point guards of all time. And Luka Doncic is literally like on pace to become a GOAT. So then you have playoff P. You got James Harden, and you got the 3-headed monster of Kawhi Leonard.
And 7-2 Zubac.
Yeah, and Zubac.
And Busy Bones.
Yeah, and Busy Bones. They lost Trey Mann, though.
Did they?
Yeah, they did. They traded him. They traded Trey Mann to the Hornets.
No, they didn't.
Yeah.
I was at a Hornets game 5 days ago. Trey Mann was not there.
Dude, I'm telling you, was it? They traded Trey Mann.
No,
I know
not.
for a fact he's not on the Clippers anymore.
I can probably...
Look it up.
I have insider information.
Look it up.
Trey Mann. Bro, Trey Mann played for OKC.
Oh, you got traded. Oh, dude, yeah.
I thought you were
both
talking
of y'all
about...
were wrong.
Wait,
No,
you're talking
dude,
about... there's a man for
There's a
the
man
Clippers.
for them. Yeah.
What? For the
Dude,
Clippers?
my bad, dude. You said man, I was locked in on Trey.
Yeah, because you sounded right. But yeah, you're right. Trey Mann did, because he's a Gators legend, that boy.
Yeah, he got traded. My bad. But he got traded off of the Clippers, right? Terrence Mann got traded. Okay.
Bro, and they have PJ Tucker, and they have Mason Plumlee,
So
and they
the
have Daniel
Clippers
Tice, and they have
loaded.
Coffee.
Are loaded. I just really, really believe in Luka Doncic. But for the sake, make this short. Let's go Clippers. So Clippers beat Luka. So
And they have Russell Westbrook.
Yeah, I know they got Russ. And Clippers against Nuggets. I'm going. That's a hard one. Clippers, Nuggets.
And they have Kobe Brown.
Oh. Clippers, Nuggets. Let's go Clippers again. So
Well-
I'm gonna stay on that path.
And Ty Lue won a championship with the Cavs, too.
That's true. So then we go Timberwolves beat Phoenix. I think Timberwolves against OKC. I'm picking OKC. I'm saying OKC versus the Nuggets. The Nuggets demolish them. That's champion on that side. For this side, I'm picking Heat over 76ers. I'm picking Hawks over Bulls. Hawks get ran by the Celtics, and then that Bucks series with Miami Heat, I think goes 7. Bucks pull it out. Knicks and Pacers, I got Knicks. Of course, the Magic over Cleveland, and then Bucks beat the Knicks, and of course the Celtics run the Magic. Then I'm going Celtics, and then I'm gonna say the Clippers beat the Celtics. PG gets his ring because I really like Paul George
And Russ.
and Russ. I do like Russ too. Russ is a beast.
Do the Clippers win the whole thing?
I think Clippers. I think it's their year. If they can get for that month span that they were all going hard as fuck to try to show people that it could work,
They
they
beat the
were
Celtics.
unstoppable,
They beat
dude.
the Celtics.
Like that is the definition of a super team because not only do you have the 3-headed monster, Russell Westbrook still has it in the tank.
And he's coming off the bench.
And he's coming off the bench. So, and the way they've been playing him, Russ and Harden kind of like run the second unit. Like Harden will start with the starters, and then whenever they take out PG and Kawhi Leonard, like you see Russ and Harden getting some minutes together, and like they play well together.
Imagine your second unit being 2 MVPs.
That's what I'm saying, dude. Like they have too much star power for this not to work out right now, and they're about to get a new arena. They need that money.
Mm-hmm.
They're building that. Steve Ballmer's going crazy on that new arena, trying to make it look like an NCAA arena. He said he wants all the people up close on him. It's insane.
Well, speaking of,
There's going to be a
NCAA,
student section. It's like a
which is
Clipper
cool.
section.
Yeah, because the wall.
Yeah.
Speaking of NCAA, what do we think about women's March Madness? South Carolina going undefeated. Caitlin Clark making it almost there.
So
Let's go number 1.
I understand like how big it was, right? I still didn't watch it, and I feel almost bad for watching it because I know it's probably one of the best women's college basketball games. It's like supposed to happen. I just like looked on ESPN for the highlights because I was like, either Clayton Clark's gonna pop the fuck off or she's not. And
I was doing something. I don't remember what it was, but I like couldn't. I watched the very very end of it, but when I watched it,
And I hate that because
They
I
went
want to
down.
support. I want to support it because I love basketball. I want the game to grow. I want the women's game to be crazy. Like, I want to watch a women's game and be like, this is insane. Like, I wish I could do that move or something like that. But it's just like my attention span to the NBA playoffs going on to like daily duties. I just don't make extra time for the women's game, and it makes me feel bad. It really does because I want them to be successful.
Well, you have a girlfriend. You don't have enough time for other women.
True.
Yeah,
True.
we'll say that.
Yeah.
We'll put
But,
a positive spin to it.
I mean, they still beat LSU, which was cool.
That was sick. Yeah.
They beat
you see
UConn.
Haley Van Lith is in the
will-
transfer portal
Yeah.
again.
Yeah.
5th year of eligibility. Let's get it, baby. Making another $2 million a year.
I know that March Madness is over with. I will say it right now. I don't know if you saw, Gabe. At the end of the UConn game against against Iowa, it was a foul. It was an offensive foul. I don't care what anyone says.
So you're Betty Botomer?
No, it's my reminder to sign up for something.
Mm.
100%.
Blue
100% was offensive foul, bro. It was a moving screen, bro. She came out
Yeah.
and she went like this. You
So
can see her elbow go up.
you also see that in MJ's famous shot in the finals, dude. There's like, they don't call those offensive fouls in
Yeah,
the
but he's
final
a man.
seconds of the game.
He's a man.
Okay. It doesn't change the way the referees are refereeing the game, I don't think.
Yeah, but different referees.
It's the same situation, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, the final seconds of the game, you never want it to be decided by the refs, especially with a game that big.
Yeah.
You know how much uproar, even if it was.
I would have liked to see a shot.
You know
And
what I'm
I
saying?
do like Paige Buickers, so I would have been fine if UConn won the whole thing.
That's what I'm
But
saying.
it'd been
like,
cool if it'd been UConn and UConn.
yeah, winning both. That'd be crazy.
How about UConn though? They're just freaking insane.
Yeah, dude.
Did you see the thing about Coach Cal? He left Kentucky, and then he because he went to Arkansas, and he was like, "I went to have a team meeting, but there is no team. They have one player on the team."
What?
Yeah, there is one listed player on the University of Arkansas basketball team.
Are you serious?
Yeah. I was telling Derek today, I was like, "Yeah, they probably like went to dinner, went bowling or something."
He's like, "You're my guy."
Wined and dined each other.
You're the captain. You're the face of the team now.
He's a 6'1" white guy.
But like, and then Kentucky just lost a 5-star. He decommitted. Duke's gonna be amazing last year. Cooper Flag next year. Cooper Flag.
Yeah, I'm so excited for Cooper Flag.
my
The main
boy.
event.
But I love Maine, the state of
Yes.
Maine, and that's my boy right
The
there.
main event's the sickest name I've ever heard.
You know what pisses me
You
off?
gotta say.
Is Peach Jam? It's apparently only like $20, and he was at it this year. A friend of mine went, and he sent me a video. He was right behind Cooper Flag, and he was like, "Yeah, it was like $20 to get into this." I'm like, "Are you kidding me?"
That's crazy. I mean, it is just like an
And
AAU
Bronny
tournament.
was there too, and LeBron.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, bringing that up. What do you think is going to happen with Bronny?
So,
For like 3 years.
so what people don't realize is Bronny entered the transfer portal
Yeah, he still is
Then-
eventually.
then
And the
he-
draft.
and the draft.
Yeah.
So I think all this is I don't think there's a rush. LeBron's not falling off a cliff. Like, you know what I mean? He says, yeah, I don't know when it's going to end, but he's still putting up 27 points average. Like,
You can tell he is
he is getting
tired, though,
older. Yeah.
because his podcast JJ Redick is amazing.
Yeah, it's amazing. I
recommend-
watched a little bit
yeah,
of it.
but I thought it was funny. His analogy the other day, he said, it's like you bought a 2003 car and it's 2024 and you haven't changed the tires on it. He's like, I'm tired.
Yeah.
He's like, these tires are worn down.
Yeah, I mean, you can definitely tell. He still gets up. He's still athletic as fuck. But, like, at some point, that has to give out, and that's a big part of his game still. I mean, he's still LeBron James.
He's still a smart player. And I hate LeBron, but he's a smart dude.
But going back to Bronny, I think that he's entering the draft just to see the interest from NBA teams.
Just to see who
would pick him up, yeah. And I think he's going to stay another year in college because he didn't get a full year of college this year with the whole heart thing. So I think he'll take another full year of college. And his younger son, how much younger is he? Bryce.
I think he's
the one that
17.
looks like LeBron.
Bro, he's going to be insane.
Yeah, he's. It makes me feel so bad because it's like the firstborn 6'3", and he's still athletic as fuck. He's still LeBron James' kid, but then like his little brother's 6'8". You know what I
Oh my
mean?
God.
But the thing I like about Bryce is I feel like I see Bronny's Twitch stream clips more than I see him play basketball, but Bryce is just insane good hooper.
Yeah.
So that's why I like Bryce.
I mean, Bronny's no pushover. I do think he could. I think give him another year in college, he does well. He could definitely be like the backup point guard to an NBA team.
I feel like if he goes to a little bit smaller team, Because he said he wants to get out of the LA fame, like he wants to get away from the USC culture.
Well, you think he walks around USC and everyone's like, that's LeBron James.
Yeah,
kid.
like honestly, but obviously if he went to like Iowa, like he's gonna be super famous. But like I feel like he went to a school, which he's not gonna be able to get any single school and not be famous. But if he goes to a school that's not LA, where there's outside thing and it's just
and
about
his dad's
basketball,
not playing right across the
yeah, like honestly,
city.
like he's actually there just to hoop. Like
Yeah, I don't think it also helps that his name is Bronny. Like,
yeah, well, his
you
name was LeBron James Jr.
Yeah,
and he
so
changed
like
it to Bronny.
you can put two and two together. Like Bryce, you're like, oh, it's just a guy named Bryce.
Yeah,
But Bronny, you're like, that just
that's why he
your name?
changed his
Ronnie?
name to number to 0, so people didn't know who his dad was.
yeah, I know that's crazy, but I wish him the best, man. It has to be tough being LeBron James' kid. I'm sure this is
definitely.
an insane amount of pressure that I couldn't even fathom. I wish him the best. I hope he makes the NBA.
Do you think, just a little scenario, if Kobe and his daughter hadn't died because she was hooping, do you think that because of how big the women's game is, when his daughter got to college, do you think she would have had that much pressure too?
I think so because Kobe fans are insane.
oh yeah, for
Well,
sure.
They
Lakers
love
fans are insane.
Lakers fans are insane too, and I'm sure, like, from what I've seen, it looked like the beginning of something beautiful. Like, she was invested. She, like, from what I've seen. Of course, I don't know any of them personally, but it looked like she was going down the road of Kobe, but, like, for the girls' game.
And
she
was
loved it.
Working.
She was working kids.
It
She
wasn't
had
just
the
natural,
talent.
It was working.
She had the
was
talent.
always, and playing against, like, college players too. Like, so she was just making sure she was always going up against the best of the best.
So, if you're asking me if it would have been as big, I believe it would be with these storylines we see develop in women's college basketball and how big they are getting, and which is great for the game. I think they would have pushed that the most of all.
Because his other daughters don't play. I mean,
I think one plays volleyball.
but like she was going the basketball route.
yeah,
So I'm just
she was
curious,
going to like
she
every
was the
game with his
basketball
dad.
But like
player, that's
MJ's son plays for
All respect to Kobe.
UCF, and no
his
one
daughter,
knows.
that's so
Like
sad.
no one really even knows that he plays there.
But thank you guys for listening to the latest episode of Down to Earth. I know it's been a while. We've all been busy. I've been busy, and when we've been getting sick as well. So just a bunch of unfortunate events keep happening, but we're back
Yeah,
again.
Mr. Explosive Diarrhea.
Yep. So that's Ian with the explosive diarrhea. He ate some pink chicken or something.
Oh, bro, it was sausage from Maple Street.
Oh, okay.
Dude,
You got sick from Maple Street?
yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
I got the
Didn't we go eat there one time, Gabe?
Dude, it always messes my stomach up a little bit, but this time, I mean, like, I almost died. I dropped 7
Their
pounds.
shit is thick.
Yeah, dude.
When I was doing those
My shit wasn't.
3 a.m.s after Christmas, I would go eat there right when they open, and I was in the bathroom.
Have you
for
got the
like,
coffee?
Oh no, I don't drink coffee. But speaking of using the bathroom, so I've started shitting more at work.
Yeah.
Because I can't hold it anymore.
Yeah.
Especially in a new relationship, you don't want to shit in front of someone.
Yeah. Got empty the load.
Yeah, so I do at work, and I just turn my radio off because I'm not trying to. Because when I used to have my radio on and I hear a button go off, I get all sweaty and stuff, and I try to. I'm gonna take my time.
Induce constipation. That can be one of the spells, bro. You always have to shit in a retail setting. There's always someone going off in your ear every time.
But so I came back from break today. I got pals on my break.
Chili burger?
No, just a burger.
Should have
No
been.
shake.
Chili burger had bacon, dude. Fire.
Okay, my bad. But so I came back from break, and I couldn't wait, so I had to go to the bathroom really bad. I was in there for probably 20 minutes. I came back. I went to the song center. They were flipping out. They're like, "Where were you?" I was like, "I'm on break, dumbass." Like, obviously. So, our manager who closed the night, the female, so I had to check the cameras for something else, and I lied and said I was on break the whole time, but I was in the bathroom. And she was checking the cameras and saw me go in and out and multiple times and was like questioning it. And I was like, "Oh no, I got caught shitting without my radio on."
Just
So
tell
she
me.
was like, "So what time did you come back? What time did you get here? Why were you on the floor?" And I was like, "Shit."
Oh, why don't you just look at her and be like, "Hey, whenever I go in there to take a shit, I turn my radio off because I obviously can't help anyone."
Yeah. And if you're like, it echoes and you're like, "Hey, can someone else get that?" It's just embarrassing.
Yeah, it's just embarrassing, dude. Trust me. Every single time I sit down on that toilet, someone's like, "Hey, dude, you like it?
Yeah,
Fucking cash register, hold on."
because you're over a bunch of idiots.
Yeah.
And I were talking about that one day. Oh, my bad. But she was talking about how much she loves you and everything.
Should we wrap this up? We can
Yeah,
talk
we're
about this off the
about to
pod.
wrap.
Yeah.
We were about to wrap it up.
We can talk about this off the pod.
Thank you for listening to the latest episode of Down to Earth. We know it's been a while, but we've been busy with life and just unfortunate events keep coming, getting in our way. But we appreciate for those of you that came back and listened to this new one. And just, once again, spread the word. Just tell other people about this podcast. And, it's helpful for motivation, but we want to keep doing this. We got bigger ideas. Something just fell in the background. We got bigger ideas. Caleb's got a lot of ideas that we'll want to put up on our own channels and everything. So just keep looking forward for future content. Thank you for listening.